Straight win over the Nationals. Johnson going for career win number 298. Top first, no score. Johnson facing Ryan Zimmerman. 28-game hit streak. Update, 29-game hit streak. Johnson, though, would get out of the inning unscathed. Zimmerman still rolling. Top second, Nationals leading 1-0. Johnson facing Will Neves. He fouls it off, but Travis Ishikawa is a man of the people. And Travis, stay tuned. We'll see you later for top plays. We go to the fifth. Giants up 3-2. Johnson doing this thing. He got Cabrera looking. Christian Guzman swinging. Then Nick Johnson. Johnson struck out the side. Struck out 9 in the game. 8 hits, 4 earned runs in 5 innings. Cabrera having some problems in the fifth. Josh Willingham not helping him. Little casual there. Fred Lewis drives in 2. Giants take a 5-2 lead. He intentionally walked Ishikawa to get to Johnson. He walked him on 4 pitches. Walked Emmanuel Burns to force in a run. Control an issue for Cabrera. Edgar Renteria draws a walk that forced in another run. Cabrera 6 walks, 4 2/3, 8 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 Ks. Logan Kenson gives up the walk to Pablo Sandoval. Nats give up 5 straight walks in the inning. Top 6, Johnson facing Zimmerman. 7th home run of the season for Zimmerman. Check this out. Fan with a baby in one hand, home run ball in the other hand. She swaps the ball, throws the fake home run ball back.
Yeah, you're so busted.
Giants going to win at 11-7 despite Zimmerman's heroics for the Nationals. Johnson just 2 wins away from.
These Reds played 10 innings Sunday, then had to fly across 3 time zones to reach the desert. He was worried the bats might be sleepy. Lance Nix, also known as Lance Quest, off John Garland. He goes 433 feet, his second of the season. 3 pitches later, it's Adam Rosales, 2 doubles, and that home run, 424 feet. It's Reds 6-2. Willie Tavares, the leadoff man, had himself a day. He goes 5 for 5, 2 RBIs, scores Rosales there. That's in the 6th inning. John Garland, 3 2/3, 7 earned. Josh Wilson, he's your shortstop. That's how it was for Arizona. He gets Darnell McDonald to ground into the double play to end the game, or in the side, excuse me. Reds going to win 13-5. Bronson Arroyo, he improves to 5-2 with the W.
Never beaten the Braves in his career. Brian McCann, 5 for 11 since he got his glasses. He can see clearly now. Top first, no score runners on first and second. McCann at bat wearing his glasses, but he pops it up. David Wright can see that one plainly, and they're 2 away. Next batter is Matt Diaz over to right. Right with a bad throw to Fernando Tatis. You know Escobar scores and the Braves up 1-0. So now back to McCann, bottom first. He's wearing his glasses under his mask. Derek Lowe on the mound for Atlanta. Carlos Beltran at the plate. Beltran into the 4-6-3 double play. Lowe out of the gym. Gave up 2 runs, 5 hits in 6 2/3. Now, the glasses were fogging up on McCann under his mask, so he wiped them off, but he left them in the dugout. So he takes the field without his glasses now. But the result is the same. Bottom 4, Luis Castillo. 5-4-3 double play, so McCann's glasses are no glasses. Mets still hitting in the double plays. Low out of another jam. In between innings, David Ross like, dude, now, are you going to wear these? Are you going to leave them off? Can you hit with these? What are you going to do? Well, let's see. Top 7, McCann at bat. Got the glasses back on now. 2 on and 2 out. Off Pedro Feliciano up the middle. Jose Reyes boots it. That would have ended the inning. Santana got pulled after 108 pitches in a one-run game. A 1-1 game, I should say. So Santana can't believe what's going on with his team now. Next batter is Diaz. He'll drive in 2, and the Braves take a 3-1 lead. Next batter is Casey Kochman. Kochman with a base hit. That'll drive in another 2. Santana's ERA .78 now through 7 starts, but the Mets have lost 3 of those starts, including this one, as the Braves win at 8-3. And for more on Santana and the quick hook, 2-2 in the last place. Indians at home facing the White Sox. We're picking up bottom of the 4th. 2 outs, bases loaded. Indians up 2-0. Choo-choo. Kelly Shopick and Asdrubal Cabrera are going to ride that train home. It's 4-0 Indians. Chu 2 for 4 with 3 RBI. 2 batters later, Johnny Peralta, Victor Martinez, and Chu scored 6-0 Indians. Chris Getz get into everything. Martinez over to Getz. In time at second for the out. Bottom 3rd, Mark DeRosa over to Getz. Backhanded. In time for the out. Bottom of the 5th, Kelly Shopick to Getz, and I think you get the point. Getz had a great game. A man outstanding in his field. Back to the bottom of the 6th, 6-2 Indians. Victor Martinez. Well, Getz didn't get everything. Cabrera scores. Indians going to win at 9-4. Carl Pavano, 4 runs and 10 hits and 6 1/3, and he didn't walk a single batter. to SportsCenter's top plays. You won't see that putt I dropped for birdie on number 6 at Riviera.
Nice.
But this will have to do. Number 10, Reds and Diamondbacks, Chris Young. Not about him, it's about Lance Nix. Getting down, getting dirty to get it. Young can't believe it. Reds going to win 13-5.
She's a beauty, that number 9. White Sox, Indians. Alexi Ramirez thinks he's got something. Mark DeRosa says you got nothing because I brought my adult glove. Indians 1-9-4. Everybody funny. Now you funny too.
It was a scramble, though. All I did was make the putt. Number 8, Nuggets and Mavericks, Dante Jones with a rip from Josh Howard. He goes in for the big one-handed jam. Wasn't enough for the Nuggets, so the Mavs stay alive, 119-117.
See your Dante Jones jam and raise you. Hello. LeBron.
You win.
Yeah, if you got LeBron, you're usually going to win. We got more from this game momentarily.
All right, I promised to do it on the high wire. Here we go. The High Wire World Championships in Seoul, South Korea. You really don't want to be a loser in this event. They could hurt. Alfred Knock Jr., crowned king of the high wire on Sunday after winning the speed crossing competition. He not only goes across the high wire, he goes across fast.
See, the thing about that is you have to practice.
Right.
What if practice doesn't go well?
Well, then you'll never show up for the performance.
Sidney Crosby going to tie it at 4. Look at him bat it out of the air there. More from this momentarily. Caps Pens.
And number 4, Greg Oden. I never said Greg Oden? Yeah. Blazers are out of the playoffs, but Oden, full court shot in front of TV cameras and a bunch of kids. Just don't hurt yourself.
Yeah. Let's work on some moves that are a little more relevant to your game. Canucks Blackhawks at 3. One shot ain't enough, Jack. You better make it 3 for Patrick Kane, the former number 1 pick in 07. He's going to get his first career playoff hat trick. First goal tied it, second goal tied it, third goal made it 7-5. Blackhawks advance to the Western Conference Final. They're waiting the Ducks Red Wings series winner.
Number 2, Cavaliers and Hawks. LeBron James gives it up to Delonte West on the baseline. And Delonte West, I don't think anybody thought he was going to go up again. Marvin Williams thought, well, yeah, he's going to try the little floater. And West puts it down like he means it. And the Cavs are moving on.
At 1, David Steckel lost the face-off in Game 3. He wins it today, positions himself, and deflects the shot past Marc-Andre Fleury. We've got a Game 7 Wednesday night. Pens and the
A.J. Burnett facing his former team for the first time. On the other side, Roy Halladay, 15-5 for his career against the Yankees. Top 4, no score. Mark Teixeira, may I help you? Nah, just looking. Bottom 4, still scoreless. Bases loaded, no outs. Burnett in a jam. Scott Rowland at the plate. And Rowland making the most of his opportunity. That'll be good for a double. Alex Rios and Vernon Wells score. Rowland had 3 hits, and Toronto had a 2-0 lead. Top 5, Halladay with a 3-0 lead now. Got Nick Swisher swinging. Here's Teixeira again in the top of the 7th. And once again, bat on his shoulder. Halladay struck out 5. Bottom 8, Jays up 3-1. Aaron Hill's got that look in his eye. And there it goes. Hill's 9th of the season puts Toronto up 4-1. Solo shot. Burnett 7 2/3, 7 hits, 5 earned runs. He struck out 3. Top 9, Jays up 5-1. Halladay gets Teixeira for the final out. 5-hitter for Halladay. Toronto wins at 5-1. His first complete game of the season. He's won 4 straight starts, though. Derek Jeter sat out with an oblique strain. The Yankees say he's day-to-day.
Basement right now, Baltimore's in it. Adam Jones, 9 home runs in 132 games last season. He now has 7 this season. Off Andy Sonnenstein right there. Solo job. Sonnenstein 0-3, 6.95 ERA on the road this season. Top 2, the Rays have been struggling, but Evan Longoria has not. 44 RBI, lead the majors. Base hit off the wall. Carl Crawford would score, and you do the math, that's 45 for Longoria, and the Rays up 5-1. It's 5-3. Adam Jones, first multi-homer game of his career. 2 on, 2 out. Get out. Orioles take the lead, and they go on to win it 7-5. You're fine. Runs in those 4 games. They're hosting Boston. They got Jared Weaver on the hill. His ERA and .209 opponent batting average, both rank among the top 5 in the AL. It's all looking good, and it's even better when they gun down Jacoby Ellsbury, and that's not easy to do. He's faster than grease lightning, but Juan Rivera throws it. Jeff Mathis blocks it. Angels still up 2-1. Manny Del Carmen gives up the single to Torrey Hunter. Sean Figgins comes around. The Angels lead 3-1. But top 9, we're now tied at 3. Jason Varitek, man on first, 1 out. Get out. No. not get out, but the man on first is J.D. Drew, and he's coming all the way from first. Veritek to the wall off Scott Shields. The Red Sox, they win it 4-3. Weaver goes 7 innings, gives up just 1 earned, and leaves with no decision. Mets and Braves in New York, that's always, there's so much history in that series at that field, or, well, the new field now. Mets down 3-0. Jose Reyes shops at the gap. 2-run score, but Reyes is thrown out of the store. 3-2. Bottom 9, same score. Carlos Beltran on second. He's going to take third. Good call, bad call. You make the call, except you're in no position to make the call because you're not paid to make the call. After a hits batsman, Luis Castillo, sac fly to left field. Beltran scores. We're tied. We go extra innings. Bases loaded with Mets. There, we just showed you who they are. 2 outs, full count, and Jeff Bennett cannot find home plate. Reyes can. Mets win. 4-3 is your final. Mets beat Atlanta. In Philadelphia, where Joe Torre has lost 22 of his last 30 regular season games as manager of the Dodgers, Yankees, and Cardinals. Jason Worth going to take off on Clayton Kershaw and steal third. Ryan Howard takes second on the play, and Jimmy Rollins up, and he singles off Kershaw. Worth scores from third. It's 2-2. Charlie Manuel happy inside where it counts. Let's go 7th inning. Phillies up 4-2. Worth is going to create his own offense. This is off Will Ullman. Steals second. Russell Martin's throw not in time. And then after Rollins' walk, Worth goes and takes third uncontested. Ullman out, Ronald Belisario in, and he throws a strike. Now watch this. Here comes Worth. What happened? Let's take another look and listen.
I just noticed that, he really couldn't see me with Feliz up there, and I was looking for an opportunity for him not to look at me, and I just took advantage of the situation. Davey preaches, being aggressive on the base pass all the time, and, I had an opportunity, so I took it. Boys, that's the 4th.
Worth steals 4 bases on the night, ties a Phillies franchise record not held by Greg Luzinski. Phillies 5-3 is your final. The Dodgers, San Francisco, and it's got the 29-game hitting streak, and off Matt Cain in his first at-bat, he says, you go your way, and I'll go mine. Base hit, and the hit streak's up to 30. We go bottom 7. Giants up a run. Pablo Sandoval. Good wood. Not so much good base running, as you'll see. He's gonna go. I smell a triple, and then all of a sudden he's eating dirt. He fell down. He caught his foot. He caught his foot on the bag, and we have the camera to show it. He's tagged out. Oh, that's not good. There's really only one way you can redeem yourself when you do something like that, and we'll get to that momentarily. Nick Johnson, he homered earlier. Ground ball past Travis Ishikawa, scores 2, and the Nationals up 7-5. Bottom 9, Giants down a run, 2 on, and there's Pablo, and there's redemption. Off Joe Beimel, who was clearly not caffeinated, Sandoval hits a 3-run walk-off shot. The Giants win it 9-7 on Sandoval's 3rd home run of the year. Zimmerman, 2 hits. He goes 2 for 5.
Silence. He buckled down and got 13 in a row. At 0-0. Watch this shot by B. Phillips into left field, and the Cincinnati Reds got a 1-0 score. Did he call traveling on himself?
I think he did.
Oh, man, this is bad. Joey Votto had to be helped off the field. He was complaining of dizziness, which is very scary.
Oh, man.
Bottom 6, 2-zip. Brandon Phillips exit stage left.
He almost fell backwards on that one, Truckee.
You hear people talk about back-legging one. That was back-legging.
6th home run of the season. Chris Young to short. Nice play by Hairston Jr. We got a ton of great defensive plays.
Look at Tito.
The series the Reds are having in Arizona.
We'll give you 10. We'll give you 10 web gems later in the show. All right, let's go to the 9th inning. Did Cordero strike out Drew? Hold on a second. Whoa, what is the count here? It wasn't a strikeout. And then on the next pitch, Drew draws the walk.
It's great concentration right there.
Good, Dustin.
Great concentration on who?
On the hitter.
Celebrating?
Felipe Lopez. Ramon Hernandez. He's there with Votto out.
Oh,
And
goodness.
he gets the outs. Flu bug running through the old Reds team. They win it by a score. Marlins and the Brewers. The Prince goes pop a couple of times. Fielder got into the stands in a hurry. Brewers cut it to 3-2.
Frozen rope right there.
This one isn't exactly a frozen rope, but it's a rope. Ooh.
is
A
absolutely.
man hit that ball.
Heads up, Robin Yount and Paul Molitor.
The Brewers have won 7 of 9, 11 and 15, and 15 of
Jake Peavy on the mound for the Padres. He took on the Cubs in San Diego. Ernie Banks bobblehead dog day in Chicago. Top first, no score, Adrian Gonzalez. 1 on and 1 gone. Off Rich Harden, 2-run shot, number 11 for Gonzalez, 2-0 Padres. Derek Lee back in the Cubs lineup. He missed 5 games with neck spasms. And Peavy got him. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts for Lee. Bottom 6, Cubs down 2-1. 1 on for Milton Bradley. Milton Bradley always entertaining no matter what he's doing. He took Peavy for a long ride. And Bradley wants to hear from the crowd. He said, I don't play baseball, I feel it. His 4th home run of the season. Cubs go up 3-2. Bottom 7, here's a great story. Bobby Scales called up last week at 31 after his entire career in the minors. That's his first major league home run, and the Cubs win it. Time for SportsCenter is top plays. And number 10, a source of trepidation for Saints fans. Reggie Bush getting a ride at the Red Bull Air Races. Does Rita Benson LeBlanc know about this? Does Sean Payton know about this? Bush was okay.
No amount of money could ever get me to do that.
Sure.
Braves, Mets, Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones either hits home runs or makes top plays wherever the Mets call their home field. More from this game coming up.
Number 8, Reds and Diamondbacks. Chris Young at the plate. It's not about him. It's about Jerry Hairston Jr. What up, dog? He skies for the out. The Reds win 3-1. Jerry will be really happy about making top plays.
7, Mariners, Rangers. Adrian Beltre thinks he's got something, and Elvis Andrus says, yeah, I brought my adult gloves, so you really don't have anything. 7-1, Rangers.
Number 6, halftime of Magic and Suns. You know what this young lady's name is? Crystal the Red Panda Acrobat.
Of course it is.
And she does dishes.
Mom, Dad, guess what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
No, I'm just, that's what Crystal.
Okay.
And now I'm on a unicycle at halftime of a game.
I got dishes on my head.
Freddie Sanchez, sorry, we shortchanged you.
Number 4, Cards and Pirates, Albert Pujols over to 3rd. Jack Wilson. What a great play. I mean, he's not even focusing on his job. He's focusing on the other guy's job, which turns into his job.
No, what I do is I sit on a unicycle and I kick dishes from my feet up on top of my head. And they pay me. Not a lot, but it's really fun. Braves, Mets, Fernando Tatis, center, Jordan Schaefer catch. David Wright breaks to home. Schaefer throws. Brian McCann tags out right. Take another look. And let it breathe. Wright can't believe it, but the Mets won.
For being a snob, Neil, we all got to make a living somehow. Cardinals and Pirates, Khalil Green in the right field. Brandon Moss. Yeah. Zach Duke, happy to have the help. Gave up a home run to Albert Pujols, but then just 3 hits the rest of the way. Pirates win at 7-1.
Try throwing me under the bus during commercial breaks. Tiger Twins. Joe Mauer. Cleat Thomas. Mauer would homer in this game. Not that time. Thomas took it away, but the Twins win in the end.
I mean, you know,